Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another RGL Invite Highlander cast. This is Season 13, Week 6. We're on product tonight for the Frauds versus Froggieland. My name's Godfather. Got Zag at my side. Dolphin behind the scenes. Zag, how you doing?
Doing good. Excited for this Highlander match. We got a pretty important mid-table match here. Both these teams currently on the bubble of playoffs. Every match point matters going into the postseason. So we'll see what they can do on Koth Product, a classic.
A classic, a staple. Everyone knows this map like the back of their hand. And it should be a good one tonight. Going to be watching for those snipers to make something happen. Speaking of the snipers, let's run down the rosters while we have a moment here. I'll start out with the Frauds. On Scout, we have Yate, Ether on Soldier, TK is the Pyro, Kira on Demo, Poi is the Heavy, Rebel on Engineer, Moose in a Suit is the Medic, Arbiter, Sniper, and Fish on Spy.
And on the side of Froggieland is going to be Technomo on Scout, Catalyst on Soldier, Pyrus on Pyro, Townsy on Demo Man, Moist on Heavy, Exa on Engineer, Virgil on Medic, the SAR on Sniper, and Construed on Spy.
Virgil having a tough time last week in the face of Team Fun, getting a couple of sad deaths there. Hearing from Dolphin while I was talking that we have Jarrett ringing for Townsy tonight. Perhaps a buff there for the side of Froggieland?
I'm actually not sure if I'd call it a straight up buff, right? Because people might be crucifying me for saying that, like, oh, Jarrett Townsy, how can you make a comparison? Jarrett hasn't played Highlander in quite a while, and Townsy, I'm pretty sure, is the main caller for Froggieland. If not, he's like one of the two main callers. So I think that's going to be actually a pretty big negative for their usual play. That said, if we're going into this match comparing the two teams, Froggieland, honestly, in my book, is the better team on paper. So I think without their main caller, things are going to get a lot closer to even here tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely how I'm feeling as well. Froggieland, we saw them against Team Fun last week. It was kind of a roll, but still, they're definitely a strong team contending for a higher playoff berth here. Again, both these teams right now, I believe 3-4, but a win here makes 3-2, excuse me. So a win here makes playoff standing chances a lot better, and a loss here, especially if it's a 2-0 loss, is going to put people kind of on the bubble. So an important matchup here tonight for sure.
Yeah, and to put a bit more context about the standings here while we are waiting for the players to ready up, we do have all 18 in server. Froggieland currently have 27 match points, which is a tie for second with Scourier. The Frauds have 25, which has them sole possession of fourth. And then beneath them, looking on the bubble in with 2 and 3 records, are RR with 20 match points and Tunic Vex 44 with 18, right? Two matches left before the end of the season. That's 18 match points a team can potentially get. So getting that big 9 points is always super important. Because we are on Koth, there's a lot more like cut-ups you can do with the points. A 4-3 is what, like a 6-3? Or like a 6-3 split for points?
Changes all the time, it seems. But point stands. Splitting here, important for the losing team, but whoever ends up winning is definitely hoping for a clean win. Predictions up on stream right now, so put those in chat. What are you feeling, Zach, in terms of outcome of this match?
I'm feeling a 4-2, 4-3 type thing. I think it's going to be close overall. Both these teams are very good teams in the middle of the table that have been showing up this season. I'm going to go Froggieland 4-2. I just think that they have the better Koth roster coming through, and I think they'll be able to get the job done here on product.
Yep, we're going to open up here. I think I'm also favoring Froggieland for this matchup. Going to be watching the side of Froggieland as they approach this mid-fight. Getting across the point will be the Spy, of course. Things starting out with an Arbiter headshot onto Moist, so the Heavy down for the red team. Here's a bomb coming in. TK's dead on the other side. Oh, and onto the Medic, who's the suit, immediately taken down. Bellet falling on the other side. Both Medics down, Zag, in the opening seconds of this match.
Yeah, big 2K from Kira as well in the middle of that. Both teams just completely in shambles, but it is a full wipe in favor of Froggieland there. They take down every member of the Frauds, lose their medic, but that'll be a-okay. They get the point, they get their spawns up, and they get the first mid of the match.
First mid, starting out strong for Froggieland, like what I saw on that mid fight. Both medics going down, though. Do you think that's the fault of team play, or just
it's just a chaotic
bombs?
mid. Like, the medics didn't really get protected that much. We saw one of the medics got clapped by a spy and a sniper, or a spy and a soldier from both sides, so you really just take your med death there, you take your mid fight win, and you move on. Both meds going to be about 50% Uber, as we are going to see Frauds move up people onto the concrete position, taking a lot of damage, but Poi will get healed back up. Gonna get rushed down, though. Technomo taking down the enemy Heavy and making it out alive. Meanwhile, Arbiter winning the SVS will help the Frauds get an approach angle here. They're going to lose Kira in the meantime, so no Demo Man means they can't really contest Jared. Big hype onto Rebel, going to be taking him low. Should get cleaned up here. Mini will protect him, but the push can't happen. That's going to be a back out. Both meds now up with Uber.
seeing a crit streak coming out from the side of the Frauds, so they did build that a little bit faster. Excited to see how they're going to pop in. I don't think
their demo
Froggieland
died. They wanted
know.
to use this fast. Yeah, they shouldn't know. Early Uber popped out here. This is good, though, if they can take it all the way out, but they're not actually able to catch Moose. So now Kira is locked and loaded with the crit streak. We'll see how what they can get. First, Sticky over the top hits SAR. Second, gonna hit Jared. That's a 2K. Not finding the medic that they need to get the Uber back in their favor, though. They will be able to cap point at least.
They are going to get that point, and a good, really good job kiting out from that Uber when it was popped in, and then they're able to come right back in to beautifully play Stickies. As you said, not able to find the medic, so a good amount of Uber built up so far for Froggieland, but of course Crit Creek building a lot faster here. They'll have it soon and be able to take an aggressive Uber in. Do want to mention, Arbiter has been finding a lot of good shots here, looking for another.
He's gonna get decloaked
right
on
now.
SAR, decloaked on by Fish, gonna get taken down. Easy pick on the sniper, and Fish lives to tell the tale as well. That's gonna be big. Crits now 95, Moose going to walk forward. They don't even need to. Melon's dead, got headshot by Arbiter in the meantime, so now they don't have to pop this Crits Krieg. It's a good hold for the side of Fraud. Soldier going over the top. One rocket, he gets the drop onto Moose. Second rocket does not get reflected in time. Catalyst gonna find that one. And now with respawners, Froggieland gonna be able to retake the point.
Beautiful opening headshot. As I mentioned, Arbiter's name, he immediately comes in and finds a crucial med pick here. They do lose Moose in the suit, but they're coming back up on Crits Creek. What do you think of that call?
I mean, it's clearly what they want. They're at Uber Disside right now, so they're not going to get in time. This technically is a bad decision because you're not going to get the crits faster, so you're going to be taking crits into Uber, which we know is a losing trade. We'll see if they can find any pressure, any picks despite that. That would actually help them win. In the meantime, they're just going to be pressuring, poking, and prodding over here at the rock area, trying to walk forward, get some damage. And Fish, big kill onto Melon. They're taking down the enemy medic.
Yeah, an amazing find there, and it was coming right after a couple of picks onto the Frauds. But now this fight getting cleaned up. Default from both sides, but Boys cleaning up as he goes on a 4K at the end of this fight, finding Rebel at the end. Froggieland seemingly on top, but a lot of medic deaths.
I feel like I'm watching some classic Highlander on product. If you're playing medic on this map, you don't get to play the game. One medic dies, next one gets sacked on by 5 players. What can you really do? That said, if you are getting the opening med picks over and over, you need to find a way. You know the sack is coming, you have to protect your medic, but without any medics, any Uber charges coming up, they're going to recontest point. Moose still on the crit streak, taking a lot of damage. Soldier once again in the back, not going to get the last rock. It would have netted him 2 kills if he could. Now it's a 7v9 in favor of the Frauds, able to walk up and retake point. Construed is decloaking here in a second, walking up with TK dead. He has a free decloak, misses the stab, gets it in the second time anyway. Moose going to go down to the butter knife of all things, and the Froggieland, they do wipe for it, but at least they're going to keep their med. Oh, never mind, med died.
No, yeah, both meds die, as you mentioned.
Okay, no med
One
can play
med
the
dies,
game.
and then it was literally a 5-man sack. Exactly as you were talking about, just going in, cleaning up, making sure you're not at that dissad. It's gonna be crits again. I'm gonna hope and wait and see if we're gonna get crits off. At this rate, though, the medics just keep dying.
Yeah, trying to recontest once again. Construed gonna do the same decloak, not being looked at. Can he find the pick? And he gets the pick again. Guys, come on. He decloaked in the same spot twice. You got a spy check. This time, Melon's gonna keep her life, stays alive with that Uber charge. 50% full wipe coming out in favor of Froggieland.
Oh, Ether's behind. I don't know, man. Can Ether get it done?
Nah, definitely not. When Froggieland capping up, it's overtime. If Frog's gonna get onto the point, they're gonna try. Kira not gonna make it in time, so crits play notwithstanding, that's gonna be round 1 in favor of Froggieland.
Okay, so medic swapped to regular Uber at the very end there, Moose in the suit, and he's gonna come up
that should have
on
been a quick fix for that situation, but yeah, is he on Uber now?
Yes, it's gonna be
okay.
Uber
Round 1
v
Chris
Uber.
Cheese didn't work. It's back to standard, boys.
Yep, standard, regular old product. Down 1-0 now, so gotta be aggressive here, gotta find a nice play. Here's Catalyst going in, gonna find the sniper immediately. Domination there. Will get taken down by the heavy. Fish is in, but looks caught. Melon is 1 health, and they're looking for the follow-up. It's the demo! And there's gonna be the kill onto Melon, who's in the suit, surviving for now. Dancing around that rock as the Pyro and Heavy try to spam. Here's a spy coming.
Oh my god.
Gonna get him.
Construct's backstab Moose, what, 3 times? 4 maybe?
It's like...
It's definitely 3 times minimum. And 3 times in, what, like 6 minutes? That's already insane.
I feel like it's been less than 6 minutes. The medics just keep dying. Melon saying ouch, ouch in chat there. Kind of just upset about this, I would imagine. I don't know, is this just the chaos of medic dying on on Koth product, or is there something
Well,
to be
okay,
done?
Medic does have a hard time on product, and yes, Medic will die if you don't protect them at all, but the positioning has not been good, I'll say that. Both these Medics could step it up and stop dying, spy check for themselves a little bit more as well, Moose especially. Either way, they're going to go in for another dry fight, neither med with Uber right now. They get a couple opening picks onto Catalyst and Technomo, a third onto Contra means no spy threat going to be coming in from behind, so now trying to walk forward onto the point now is going to be Yates seeing what damage he can do. Headshot goes down onto Jarrett, doing a lot of damage. Oh, but Yates gets body shot, and Uber going to come out with no scout.
Arbiter will get the beam. The Uber going to be popped out. Melon on to Jarrett, but getting launched away there. Sar picking up a concrete position for his angle of choice. Going to be looking for Arbiter now up on that cliff shot. Who's going to win the SVS? And it's going to be Arbiter once again. Kind of has Sar's number so far tonight.
Yep, Uber now coming out from the side of the Frog, trying to chase down whatever kills they can. Melon backstabbed in the backline on the escape, did the turn, didn't get the full turn, and now with that, Uber goes in favor of the side of Frogs. They're going to try to get the counter stack onto Moose, but one good reflect will deny Catalyst for now. Coming around the back, seeing what he can do. Medic right now is on the pack. Moose not going to be threatened. Catalyst actually gets the kill onto one with the help of flare gun, so still numbers add coming for Froggieland, despite not having a medic.
Not having a medic, a standard up tonight. Looking at the clock right now, 146 for Froggieland, 235 for the Frogs. It's going to be back in Froggieland's favor. Couple down on the side of the red team. Jarrett gets caught by that mini sentry at the end.
On the med, someone turn around,
ad.
there you go. Finally. Doesn't get the easy stab.
Seeing the Sar dead yet again, though, I feel like Arbiter's had free reign over sightlines all game, and we'll be posting up behind that rock area looking for another opening pick.
And this is an interesting forward hold coming out of the Frauds. They're pushing forward into main to get stickies. Normally you want to hold either the cliff, top of cliff, or far left because then you're on high ground, but instead just going to let them walk out right side. Now sticky's going down. Moist taken low. Bomb over the top from the soldier. Seeing with damage, and that's a big rocket from Ether. Going to be able to take down Sar and Moist. Loses his life for it, but that is worth the trade. And now with full Uber, Frauds looking to forward hold even more.
Frauds swap to standard Uber and are definitely doing a little bit better here. Against Froggieland, Construed going to get caught out by the heavy there. This is a bit of a weird forward hold, but I suppose I'm used to seeing sixes forward holds.
Fish is calling out the cliff walkout. We'll see what he can do. They're going to go in. Gets one with the soldier.
No way,
two. Oh, butter knife. Not going to come out. Mindy going to take down Moist. The Uber trade in main, though. A lot of damage coming down onto the combo of Frogs, doing some damage in post, and that's a meat grinder inside that tunnel. They're going to get taken down in the back by some more Ether rockets.
Yep, but Melon alive, and with a little bit of hat, if they can do anything to get out here. Here's the soldier jumping in, and Ether is on fire here. Will go down to Pyrus. Technovo.
Moose is one.
Arbiter.
Moose is 1 HP, going to be able to get out alive right now with 20% Uber. Melon up on 50, been building that in spawn for quite a little bit as time has flipped in favor of the Frauds right now. We'll see how long they can hold this before they're forced to give it up.
Yeah, with the Ubers not yet built, it's going to be a dry fight to come back onto point for Froggieland. Jarrett taking a good amount of spam, will find the beam. Now the spy dead for Froggieland. Both spies now down. So a little bit of safety perhaps for the medics. Just a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, Boyd, though, going to go down as well as Fish. So that's 2 men bled right now for the side of the Frauds. And now Uber comes out from Froggieland, running forward. Arbiter being a bit of a meat wall. Will help get his team out. He is not so lucky, though, as now point going to be capped up by Froggieland once again. But Moose and the Frauds have full Uber. Only 37 seconds left on the clock. They can make this one work.
Yeah, this is prime positioning right now for the side of the Frauds. They get all the way out to their spawn, keep everything very safe. Construed's going to be up on cliff, calling out the location of this breakout push. Going to be right through main, it looks like. TK doing a good job looking for the spies. Kira's going to go down immediately, though. Might open things up to the side of Froggieland. Massar, great pick there as Ether jumps away.
Contra's going to go for a drop stab on Moose. They don't know he's there. He didn't find his timing. They're going to go right up to point now. Uber being had. When will they pop this Uber out now? Yate getting a solo deep into the combo. Fish in the back line is going to get air blasted back. No kills happening in the entire Uber. They get Sar at the end, but it's just still a silver lining. Only 1 kill coming down. They are trying to get more damage, but Yate stays overextended. Cap in favor of the Frauds, but now Melon with 90% Uber and a full team respawn are going to look to recontest.
It's got to be up on the pick classes. Arbiter's got to find something onto the medic or someone. Nope, the Uber's going to get out instead. Rushing forward here is Technomo. Actually Construed finding 2 as Arbiter and Boyd both taken out. So looks like we have our first pause.
Nice and early this weekend, or this Monday, love it. So yeah, that's gonna be a pause. Right now, Moose is running back into spawn with about 50% Uber, because the point is like, what, it was like 30 seconds left for Froggieland as they started the recapture, so Moose will be able to get this Uber, of pending any disaster happening in the backline. So if they do get this Uber, a recap is all they need to get some kills, make sure they can win the post, because they had the Uber, they could try to go forward, but because it was a solo on Yate, there was no damage to help him clean up. Like the demo didn't get a single flash, there was no way to push forward and help him get any cleanup, so because of that, it didn't go in their favor. They'll have one more chance, otherwise they're going down 0-2 in the first half.
I'm going to throw it back to you once more. We didn't really get to do any pregame discussion here, but I do want to hear your opinion on standout players you expected to see coming into this matchup, and who do you think's really putting in the work here so far tonight?
Standout players. Well, Catalyst is one of them. He's been doing very well at the start. We've seen Aether pop off a bit more in the recent few minutes, but Soldier is a class on product. You can kill everyone or you could kill no one. It depends on how your bombs are going, what your timing is like, and just how, like, if you want to fight Connector or not, whether or not you're just a bomb bot for a distraction, for a spy. But either way, both soldiers are actually putting in a lot of work, so that's something I could have expected, but it's been very impactful.
Yeah, I always love watching high-level soldier players do what they do best, and product is one hell of a map to watch them fly about and get a lot done here tonight. I think you're right. These have been two very impactful players. Hopefully this pause won't go on too much longer. Froggieland's well, okay. After this Uber, I want to talk about what we might expect to see. Frauds are going to have what, 12-ish seconds, maybe 15 seconds, and then 50% Uber approximately. So an opportunity for them to come back in and get this. But do you think they'll have how realistic is that shot?
It's really realistic because, again, it's 40. It's already, they have like 10 seconds, or like you said, 10 or 12, like 10 to 15 when the point gets capped up left on their timer. Additionally, it's 40 seconds left on the cap from Froggieland once they get it. So at minimum, we're looking at another 50 seconds of gameplay, minimum. So they're going to get Uber for sure, right? The big question is if Melon can stay alive and build Uber fast enough for a potential double overtime. Because, okay, again, any disaster to Moose notwithstanding, we're going to see Frauds build up an Uber, make a repush into a team that does not have Uber, and hopefully get a couple kills to hold the point. The question is, are they going to get enough kills to actually snowball and pressure forward, and so that Froggieland can't actually come back up to the point? If they do get the kills, they're probably going to win. If they don't get the kills in the exchange, then they're probably going to get lose because of Melon's Uber coming up.
Still stuck in this early pause for this Monday night. Don't think we've heard anything from Dolphin, unfortunately. But I don't know. I'm enjoying this matchup so far. There's not too much left to talk about in this, but maybe we can look at the bracket overall. I don't know if you have any insight to the other matches happening this week and what they might do to playoff standings.
Let me take a look at the matches this week. Week 6 product. This one is Frauds Froggieland. We have RR Team Fun. That's going to be a Team Fun win. TunicX 44 versus Somebody Help, and Guerrilla Warfare versus Squirt Yay. Let's see. Guerrilla Warfare is the last place team. Squirt Yay, second place. Probably going to win that one pretty easily. What else do we have? TunicX and Help. That one is... Okay, TunicX versus Help is interesting, because that's the 7th and 8th place team. Loser's out of playoffs for sure. Loser cannot make it anymore.
Yeah, that's going to be an important one. I would guess Somebody Help in favor there.
I mean, it's hard to say. Coming to the season, obviously, you would favor the previous grand finalists to not be bottom of the table, but here they are. And we have been on pause now, so going to be going forward in this match. Moose now 55%. Thank you all for waiting. We'll see what they can do. Contrude's actually in blue spawn right now, checking things out, seeing what he can find. If he could get a pick onto Moose, it would be game-ending right now. They found him. Oh, no, he decloaked too early. Gonna go down for free here. Contrude not going to be able to find anything for his team. And now with Moose at 85%, this is the exchange that decides the game here.
Yep, they need to get this Uber in. They need to get the point and clean up enough kills so that there's no repush available. Fish is going to be decloaking in a second here. Jared about half health. The Uber is going to come out across point. Here's the play. Not finding any crucial picks yet. They do have presence on point. Catalyst now as the Uber fades going onto Moose. Won't be able to clean up the kill as the Ragdoll slams into Dogbet. Now that Scout looking to clean up any damage left. Frauds getting back on the point
Technomo
here.
needs
It's
to live
overtime
here.
for
If Technomo
Froggieland.
lives, they can recontest. Melon's 90%. Remember, Melon building this Uber is the win condition for Froggieland. Point now held by the side of the Frauds, walking up, seeing what they can do. They have 8 alive, and now Melon's Uber is out. Bad jump coming out here from Jarrett, and he goes down! He gets dropped in the middle. That is horrible. They can't keep their heavy up, though. It's a scout pilot Uber Technomo running forward. 5, 6 kills. 2K from Fish doing work, but there's scout cleanup coming forward. Respawners are faster for Froggieland, but they can't get it done. It's a 3v2. It's just Sniper Arbiter trying to get onto it. Needs a quick scope. Hits Rebel at least, but cleaned up by Yate. Jarrett can't get there in time, and that's going to be the round in favor of the Frauds.
Coming back here in a double overtime fashion, I can see why there may have been a pause after that one.
They paused after that round.
Yeah, and I don't blame either team. Frauds showing a bit of fight here, though. After,
Jarrett dying in the middle of that Uber was the round loser. He got popped up. I don't know if his sticky jump was just bad or he got like hit by some splash, but he got popped up, came down, didn't get flashed. No demo man means they lost it. We'll see what he can do on this mid fight as we're going into round 3.
Round 3, it's going to open with an Ether Bomb onto the Sniper. The SAR is dead, but boys finding a couple of kills.
Big
Jarrett
fights.
finds 2 now as well, so a lot of frags in favor of Froggieland right now. Rebel also going to fall. And boys kind of behind, it looks like, on the opponent's grass. He'll get flamed down by Pyrus as Fish looking to decloak here. Now on some boys will get caught and go down. It's going to be a mid-fight for Froggieland in convincing fashion.
First mid fight where neither medic has died. It's a Christmas miracle here, just come a bit early as both meds now 85%. We'll see what the repush looks like coming forward at the retaking the concrete area. Concrete is back in the spawn, or he's actually walking out. Where is it? Yeah, he's on cliff right now, seeing what he can find. Is calling out Moose's Uber, so they're going to be able to walk forward, take this exchange. Early headshot to Yate means there's no scout here. This Uber's already doomed.
Yep, Pyrus is just going to be able to stand there and
He
stop
got
him.
airblasted back in. That's a free kill.
Trouble?
Yeah, he got airblasted back in. That's a really good play by TK, actually, to get his team at least 1 kill for the Uber.
A salvage play for sure. Here's Catalyst with another bomb. Gonna go right into a revved up and firing heavy. Will find Ether, but trades out his own life for it. Now Point gonna get gunned down. A couple of frags going both ways right now. Froggieland holding on to the point. And gonna be even Ubers continuing on in this fight.
We start turning the SVS around just a bit, taking down Arbiter. I believe he was on the concrete position there. So now Sniper Ad, he's going to stand on top of this rock. This is the most oppressive position on the map for a sniper to stand when his team has the point that isn't, on their cliff. We'll see what he can do moving forward. Both meds are even Uber. No med has died yet. This is a far cry from what we saw in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think one of the things I've noticed is the soldier going onto the sniper instead of the medic. Moise is going to get gunned down by Arbiter. Fish in the backline lurking. Looking at Kira right now as these Ubers approach. It's slight ad for the blue team. The soldier Catalyst going in will get caught.
Melon's dead. Melon got piped
Melon.
over the point. Yeah, good job by Kira there to walk up on caution and get the big picks onto the enemy medic. So now Moose, full Uber, only 3 players alive. They can't get this force onto Moose. All of a sudden now, the minute 40 deficit is going to turn into a somewhat promising situation.
Yep, the Frauds very happy to hold on to this Uber here. They're going to pick up SAR very late into the fight. I know it's not
Oh no, the
anything like
teleport was
dropping
not
a late
safe.
medic.
No one called it. Poor
Oh,
Heavy gets
no.
fisted down. Oh my god,
And
Yate got
Yate-
trick stabbed. That would look funny.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Yate, but he did get a kill. Oh, no. Moose is soon
What?
picked up and
Cleaver
an email
drop?
from Technomo,
He
and
dropped to the cleaver.
yeah, that is our first drop of the night as far as I'm aware.
Not a quick drop, but that was
we
not
have
as
the
impressive as
quick
the cleaver drop with full Uber. That is crazy.
Not something you see every day. A nice fight there by the Scout. Fish is lurking in the back line. Maybe decloaking now. Will be
With the
for
top
play here.
body
Ether
shot,
in.
150 for Ether, gonna get taken down. Melon's
Fish onto
dead.
Melon. He gets it. A beautiful play there was lurking. I thought he was going to be in too late, but instead times it just right. And Moose in the suit will end up living through this fight. Point still in the hands of the Frauds, but will be capped up as soon as Froggieland gets their spawners in.
Yeah, Frauds held that one for a very long time, 1 minute and 5 off their clock, now cutting that deficit. They will have small Uber at about 20% to work with. We'll see if they can make anything happen with it. Fish should find this out and call this, so his team knows they have a window to play off of. We'll see now the side of the Frauds going to walk forward. Stacking a lot of people concrete side.
Yeah, I like this concrete play. I also like Ether in chat saying, I'm the distraction, getting a good coordination play.
Jarrett's
Jarrett
dead.
taken out by the body shot of Arbiter, and now finds the SAR as well, too. Quick kills on a 5K. Arbiter right now. Technomo looking for the duel in the connector. Ether will win that one, as now Gate in onto Moist will find the kill before going down themselves. A couple of kills going both ways, but Frauds getting back onto point here. 40 seconds counting down for Froggieland before Frauds get back on it.
Yep, waiting for that spawn for Yate to come out. They will now cap up minute 20 of deficit. They do have the Uber to make it happen. They need one successful defense at minimum, and then they're going to have to make a completely good play on the side. We do see Contrud lurking behind Cliff, calling out the positions of the frauds, walking up there. We have Arbiter standing on the rock wall, going to get lit on fire, extinguished just in time. This SBS is going to be big as SAR standing on Cliff. He can find it. It'd be important. Uber exchange now going on across the point. Scout demo Uber as usual coming down. No one's died yet at all in the exchange, so Post going to be pretty even standing. But Construd in the back finds Kira, and there's SAR onto Moose.
And now Fish going back and picking up Exa, but nowhere near as important as finding that meta kill. Arbiter on a 6k will be ended by the SAR, winning that SBS as the point contested here on. Melon at 60 health will live, though. I'm sure we'll find a sandwich from the heavy. I think the Pyro might have just picked that up, actually. So no sandwich for Melon. It won't be too catastrophic, but bit of a very small misplay. Fish is lurking on a cliff, just cloaked.
Look at SAR. He's standing on the window angle. He got found out by the cliff. TK gonna flare him back. So now Melon has 65% Uber to Moose's 20. They will have for their defense. This one's looking like it's going in Froggie's favor 90% of the time. We'll have to see if any miracles can happen.
Fish wins the spy versus sniper.
But Construd does a bit more. At third Arbiter going down, and now with Melon 90 Uber, they're going to get this one up and pop on top of the point, and this round is going to end in favor of Froggieland. Here it comes, victory lap. TK floats someone but goes down, and there's the 2-1.
Yep, 2-1 half. You know, the Frauds showing a bit of competition here. They did not have a strong start to this matchup, though, choosing crits for almost the entirety of round number 1, but then come back, get a double overtime win. Round 2, get us to overtime here, but it's definitely not enough. Froggieland leading going into this half. Let's take a look at logs.
Yeah, that was an interesting half. We saw a lot of medic deaths in the first 2 halves, and whenever your medics are in perma respawn and like there's no heals, there's no Ubers coming out, it's just raw DM. The team with the better raw DM will probably end up winning most of the time. And that's why we saw that first round go so heavily in favor of Froggieland. That said, it was good from the Frauds to get that second round on the board, getting at least 1 point forward. Logs now up on your guys' screen. Kira, 500 DPM for the Frauds, doing a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a really nice stat line to see. Jarrett, on the other hand, 2 more kills, same number of deaths, and just slightly less damage. So Jarrett definitely putting in the work here. One thing I do want to look at is just the med deaths and where they're coming from.
That was something that's funny with the logs. You see Melon and Moose are currently both on the Frauds. Dolphin, oh yeah, he's going to fix that one up. Wait, it's actually still broken.
Broken logs for the broken hearts of the medic players. Fish with 5 medic kills.
Both meds died 9 times in 3 rounds. 3 deaths around, yeah.
With 3, Catalyst with 2, Technoma with 2, Kira with 2.
I'm gonna sort logs by round and see how many of those were just in the first 2 rounds, because we did see both meds live quite a lot in that 3rd round.
That's a really good point. I don't know how I think it might have just been like 1 or 2 med deaths, maybe slightly more than that in the 3rd round there.
If the log page loads for me, I'll go and count them up, but... And Dolphins letting us know the log issues because Melon is apparently a roster on a different team, so the script is not having a good time trying to sort her.
Well, because Froggieland's medic is normally admin. Oh my god, Virgil. Right. We saw last week, right? So Melon coming in for that spot tonight.
The first round had 9 total medic deaths. And then the second round had 5 more. So 14 of the 18 medic deaths in the first 2 rounds.
That is, it's pretty extreme.
Yep, that said, it is product. You have to be able to keep your meta alive. If you want to chain your Ubers together, you got to be able to win the DM fights. And at the end of the day, it was closer for Froggieland there. They were able to actually get it across the finish line. The 3rd round was the most convincing, and it was the one where the medics died the least, which honestly, I think it makes sense because obviously they are the better team on paper. I predicted them 4-2. I just feel like they have what it takes to win product. And yeah, it was interesting, but yeah, they looked stronger overall. We'll have to see if Frauds can kind of switch things up over the half, kind of fill up their holes.
For sure. One thing that I've been watching is Arbiter often winning the SBS there. Gets 4 kills onto the SAR to just 2 the other way. So Arbiter, I think, doing a great job securing sightlines, getting that sniper pick whenever possible. And, you know, it's product. It's a very sniper-dominant map, as we all know. It looks like the SAR and the rest of Froggieland are going to ready up here, so it shouldn't be too long before half number 2.
Fish right now is actually top fragging for frauds. He has 5 medic kills. He has the most of anyone.
Yeah, Fish, especially when in combination with the Ether bombs, where Ether has said in chat and game, I'm the distraction, excuse me, using that soldier bomb, that menacing soldier bomb that was working so well early, now just coordinating that with a spy, classic play, getting the picks, making it work, and it's been devastating for the side of the frauds.
Yeah, just waiting for both teams to ready up in this second half. Remember, every single point does matter in this match. We're getting very close to playoffs here, so if you're the frauds, you want to try to squeeze every single last drop of points you can get. Even if you can't pass Froggieland, you might be able to pass up Squirtye if they do falter later in the season. I'm actually going to see who their last match is for both these teams, because it's very important. If you don't think you'll be able to win your next match convincingly, then you want to get a lot of points here. For frauds, they got Tunic Vex next week, which honestly is very 9-0-able for them. They can get 9 points out of that pretty, I'd say, consistently.
Yeah, this is a type of matchup where it might not seem super important to a viewer at home because it's not, end of season. This isn't directly saying who's making it into playoffs, who's not. But at the same time, all the points matter so much now with the system that's in place, and head-to-head might end up mattering as well between these two teams. Looks like Ether's disconnected from the servers, so it will likely be a little bit more time before we have all 18 on server, on teams, and ready to go. But again, this is a pretty important matchup for playoff standings for these two teams.
Right now, Froggieland, they have 2 rounds already, right? So I think that's a 7-2 they're guaranteed, and I think like a 1 round is an 8-1. So if we assume that it's 7 points they'll be getting here, there's no way for Froggieland to drop below RR, because next week RR is playing Froggieland, right, for the last week. If Froggy get their 2 points minimum, let's say they lose out here and they get 2 points, that's going to be, let's see.
The math is slightly too complicated for me to do on the fly.
I'm doing it. It's just my tab duplicated, so I had to switch it up. But yeah, so Froggieland, they already have 29 points. RR has 20. If RR don't get minimum 1 point tonight, then there's no way they can pass. Because Froggieland will have tie. Actually, how does tiebreaker work? Is it total win record? Or is it head-to-head? Because there's actually a chance we have a tie in points here.
I always forget. I want to say it's points, though. Dolphin might be able to correct me here.
Well, points is the main.
Or, sorry. I don't think it's head-to-head as the second, but I'm not sure.
Either way, still got a bit of time before we have to do the math on that. Those we have these matches to get in, and then matches next week, obviously. So, got to see this one out. And now we do have noticed 30 seconds until the game goes live. So thank you all for waiting on the longer halftime break. Gonna get this one back underway.
One thing I'm noting is Kritzkrieg for the frauds right now in pregame. Do you think we'll see it on round number 1 of half 2?
It wouldn't be a surprise, right? Because they already did it. So you're probably telling your spy, make sure you check that Medigun every life. And if you know the crits is coming, it's really easy to play around it. You just play if you do your mid and you don't kill the mid early, you just kite out back until you get Uber, and then you win the post mid. So we'll see if that happens. I'm gonna be watching Moose on the rollout.
I'm going to be watching Chariot from above, and maybe checking in to see. Oh, it is going to be crits. Also going to be watching Ether, see if they do any fancy bombs here or catalysts on the other side of things. As half number 2 opens up these two teams, 2-1 is the current score. The frauds down to Froggieland as the fight opens up. Ether with a bomb, getting in on Melon right now.
1-2 rockets!
The Tsar wins the SBS, but Ether finds the medic. That is the crucial pick there. Now moves to the suit, about 60 health right now, looking to stay alive.
Moose is getting chased down. If he wins this, it's big. Over the top, Sword doing some damage. There's now a heavy bearing down on Moose. They will lose their pyro. And Moose will get back to spawn with the help of Yate. Yate sacrifices his life for his medic, and they will get that one. But mid-fight going in favor of Froggieland thanks to a good collapse from the remaining players. We do see now Moose with 100% Kritzkrieg. Melon again died early in that fight, so no Uber going to be up for the side of Froggieland. This crits has to be big for Kira if they want to get this point easily.
Fish gonna be decloaking here, trying to get out. Looks like they are caught.
He's being
With an
chased.
opportunity for a crit, and it's
How does
gonna
this still
come in.
get a
It is.
pyro?
Oh, Ether jumps in onto Kira. It will hit 2 rockets, but it's not enough. The medic so far behind right now that there's nothing to clean up with these crits. Pyrus, Moist, and Construct are the only found during the Uber.
This is what I was talking about. Crits is over now. They didn't get a single good kill with it, and now all of a sudden they have to fight the point with no Uber, no crits. They're just fighting 1v1. Kira getting headshot by Sar means there's now no damage coming in. But Kira did trade with Jarrett with his dying breath. Melon flare gunned by TK. How did that happen? That's a crit flare gun. You don't see the Pyro get those very often on a medic. So now no heals coming in for Froggieland. All of a sudden it's back in favor of Frauds, and with Arbiter shutting down Sar, that's gonna be the first cap of the half.
Was that a fadeaway, like right before death, flare gun? Yeah, that was post-death. That was one to clip right there. Flare gun kill as you're dead. A nice find there. Fish taken down by the mini sentry here, and it's going to be full crits now for the Frauds, trying to get in. They do have the point 240 on that. It's 203 from Froggieland. Be looking for the crits in a second here. It is going to go onto Kira as expected, but they're so ready for it.
It just doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything, exactly. Ether does get a rocket onto the medic, can't clean up the damage, and that Uber is basically wasted. Pyrus finding a kill onto Poi.
Oh, a drop stab from Constru, taking down that enemy medic. Honestly, it's kind of a blessing because Moose should go Uber. So
really should be Uber out of the side of the Frauds right now. Crit's just not working when, as you said, Froggieland is able to play into it and around it so beautifully. They can just kite out as soon as they know that the Frauds have it. And it is still going to be crit streak. So the Frauds kind of throwing here, I think. Moose in the suit should go on to stock Medigon. The Sar going to get taken out behind the counter snipe from Arbiter, excuse me.
Big push out on the concrete side right now for the side of the Frauds. Gonna get a couple of kills at the start, but Technomo takes down 2 of his own. Will kind of stall the bleeding for a bit. Now Melon able to back up with 100% Uber. Thing is, they don't have a scout, they don't have a pyro, they don't have a soldier. They're gonna have to back up and just let the point go over to the Frauds. And the big thing here is now Moose 80% Uber. If they can get this one up, it's no harm, no foul.
80% to crits, an opportunity. I mean, we've talked about this before, but Uber into crits is better.
They're still on crits from Moose,
yeah,
so
bad call there. But now Ubers are even. 111 on the clock for Froggieland, 203 and counting down for the Frauds. The Uber is going to be in. It's Jared on.
Wow, good crits Krieg. Nice. Amazing crits Krieg. Great job.
Left one there. The crits, not the play. Moose in the suit definitely needs to swap off here as Jarrett flies in, finds the kill onto the medic, and quite a lot more damage in on that Uber. Fish is going to find a couple.
I'm watching Moose's respawn. Medigun check. It's crits.
It's crits,
dude.
That's a that's like. That's a big throw.
That feel when enemy team jumps Uber demo scout into your combo and you pop a crits. Like, yeah, great job. This is just not working. I try and get one round. I remember, okay, last season or a couple seasons ago, me and Alto casted a late season product match where teams were actually flipping crits very well, and it was super entertaining. There was high level play. They're just running crits into full invincibility over and over again. Crits can work if you know how to play it, but they've never had a crits Krieg that they haven't been able to respond to.
Fish won't find enough there. Misses the stab onto the medic. What I would want to see is the Frauds. They're about to get it for 95. Pop it immediately. Pop it.
They have crits.
Sticky.
What's it gonna do?
Just pop it. Kira needs to have reloaded already. Down to 1 health there. Literally 5 health. Kira.
Melon 90% Uber. Melon's
so
90.
They wasted it. They wasted that opportunity, and so the Uber has been wasted.
Let's see the crits. Let's see the crits. Let's see if Melon is reaction time. They're gonna Uber aggressively. I'm actually a fan of this because you know they're on crits, so just try to walk up and kill the medic.
Exactly.
This time they actually don't get there. Counter crits out. They have
Jared
crits.
Might be in trouble.
How many kills? Crits 0 kills. Okay, now invincible players no longer on point. Gonna be a bomb over the top. Ether gets a rocket to Melon. Melon surfs it back into Ether's space. Come on. Melon was out of there. In the meantime, now with the faster player spawns, we're gonna have the Frauds walk up and actually recap. Minute and a half left on the clock. Pyrus is being a big boon on the point right now, but they're gonna take him down. 2x capping up Technomo. Can he hit it? Technomo takes down Yate. Now it's a scout on top of a demo. Mini sentry doing work. It's just Kira. Kira can't do anything.
Okay. Here's my take. Here's my take.
Crits.
You can do crits one more time, but as soon as that crits hits 100%,
okay,
you better
run it on mid.
click.
Sure, they're committed to the bit. Whatever. Run it on mid. If you don't get it off, please go Uber.
For real. You just have to right-click as soon as you get it. Even if you get one sticky off and it picks one person, it's better than having the other team just do a standard Uber in, as Catalyst is going to jump the sniper and immediately find that kill onto Arbiter. But it's way better to get one kill than just waste the entire Uber as a regular Uber goes right into your combo space.
Both teams lose 3 to 4 players on this mid, so we're going to have like a kind of recontest coming forward. But with Kira getting sniped out, no demo man, they cannot push forward at all. Fraud's going to be backed up to their cliff, and another mid fight going in favor of Froggieland. This is the moment of truth, right? Your demo man's going to spawn. You have 10 crits add. You should have more than 10, but apparently they weren't building as good. So 10 crits add right now for Moose. Can they do anything happen, make anything happen with it? Arbiter opening up onto Star is big, because a big weakness of crits is you can still get a headshot. That's not a threat anymore. They have crits, 5% on Melon. Will they find the med? They have a chance.
Just pop it. Melon's going to use here before they...
Oh my god! Melon had Uber too!
Crits comes out! No, I honestly did not expect that to happen all game. Catalyst
Melon is in chat going, I swear, Melon, I don't know if I believe that one, because you dropped your Uber to that crits and made us look like fools on the desk. Either way, they didn't win the fight, by the way. They didn't even win the fight.
No, they
point isn't
didn't win the
capped
fight.
up.
Froggieland still has the point.
Yeah, they didn't even win the fight.
And they're still on, well, the med didn't die, so they're still on crits, but it looks like Froggieland
They'd have crits
is
out anyway
laughing
if they're too committed to it, so... Yeah, gonna be recap. It's finally gonna be a mid cap right now for the side of Frog. That's the argument contested. And Arbiter going down means Sar now has free reign. Oh, Construed, big backstab onto Moose in his suit. No crits up at all now, so they're gonna be able to get this recapture for Froggieland.
All right, I'm walking all the way to the spawn here. As it's Kira, the sniper comes up. What's the medic gonna be on? 3 seconds here.
If you crits here, you're throwing. There's no
way. Oh,
it's
many. Okay, it's stuck. I don't
think
they're throwing. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that I would legitimately be complaining if they had gone back to crits, but this is the right play. Construed is going to be at their spawn, going to get that teleporter sap, probably make something happen there. As Fish is at the opposing spawn, so we're going to see a refight onto point here in just a second, Zach.
Yep, Moose taking the half health and blind piped over the point by Jarrett, so no Uber coming out either right now. Frog's on the back foot. They're going to try to sack in and see if they can get a kill onto Melon, but now Melon's Uber is a free one. Gonna be able to pop forward. Jukin, Kira has the dance shoes on, but Sticky Bomb going to take him down, and with cleanup coming through from Technomo on Concrete, that's an easy wipe in favor of Froggieland here. Minute 15 left on the clock. They're in prime position to end this one out 4-2.
Yeah, this is a really good positioning right now for Froggieland, as you mentioned, up 3-1, looking to secure this. Happy to see that Moose in the suit comes back up on Medigun after the death, and are going to be about 20% down here, so good positioning again for Froggieland. Up to Arbiter to find an opening pick. The Tsar instead going to find the heavy on the other side of things. So again, looking for Arbiter to find something here.
Yep, a lot of damage going over the top of the point. Fish revolver in the backline is a big nuisance right now as Catalyst's first casualty of this fight. Now with a man add, we're going to see Frog step out onto the rock, see what they can find. X's Wrangled Mini is doing a lot of work to keep them off of the point now. Melon now 100% Uber to 85 for Moose. They're taking it immediately, and Jarrett not prepared, taken down instantly. Jarrett not able to get his flash, yeah.
Unlucky, but now full Uber for the Frogs, 2:43 on the clock for them, still in their possession. Arbiter is cleaned up by Catalyst with a nice jump away, keeps their own life in hand. I mean, the Frogs, they're playing a bit safer, a bit more conservative, get the Ubers at least charged up to 100% here, as Jarrett's going to go down another big opening pick.
They're bombing over the top onto Melon. Soldier Ether on behind. One rocket, a lot of damage. Melon, 1 HP. Kira, 1 sticky. One
Kira cleans up a beauty.
Fade away from Kira there onto Melon, getting his team back to heal advantage. They do lose a couple of players here. Remember, spawns are in favor of Froggieland. Catalyst going down to Arbiter means they can keep going forward. Right now, Technomo jumping on this sniper, trying to take him down. 1 HP. Arbiter lands on the pack, gonna be fine for now. But recapture coming in for Froggieland. Only 20 seconds left for them to win the match.
Yep, Arbiter's post up on the cliff right now. The rest of his team rotating around, probably going main here. Uber's likely not, well, maybe, depends on overtime situation here for Uber's. Yate taken down by the Tsar on a 5K right now. Finding an opening pick for this last fight. Boy, going to go down, but Moist and Jarrett both picked off by the pick classes. Now Moose in the suit is dead, so Froggieland has the heals, has the point in overtime. But the Frogs are going to get on, but now Exa with a shotgun out!
Exa and Sar, the last men standing on this point, going to be able to stall them. It's just Ye. Ye went down first, remember. Exa mini sentry wins the game here. Exa! Oh, he's dead. Ether now in over the top, takes down the mini, gonna take down Sar here in 1 second. Sar gonna get crossbowed by Moose, getting some medic-based revenge there. At least now the game is still alive for the Frauds, gonna be able to recapture. They are contesting Froggieland right now out of their spawn, but they don't have fast response, so they're taking damage.
Fish is in on the combo. Oh, gets caught immediately here. Moist is down to Arbiter, now dead themselves. Construed, finding a pick. Now team's got to scramble.
Conscious gonna get the heavy here and it's over. Oh no, it turned on.
Good job by Void. Uber out though. Jarrett right into the heavy. Gonna just the Void lives forever.
Oh, poor Yate. He's sniped again. Scout where this shines.
1 health. Gonna go down. Jarrett looking to clean up with this fight here. TK now with the flames out. Doesn't go.
It has been overtime forever. It's only Rebel left. Surely the game ends here. Rebel gets one, but gonna get taken down. And that is the 4-2 in favor of Froggieland on product.
That's the 4-1 in favor of Froggieland on product.
Yeah, 4-1, my bad.
So a much more convincing win than either of us were thinking. Shout out to Froggieland for that, as a very long last fight concludes with Froggieland on top. We'll get logs up in a moment here, but again, looking at the broader picture, Froggieland in a much better position in terms of playoff, and their rank there. Frauds now in a bit of trouble. Got to make sure they get a good win next week.
Froggieland is guaranteed playoffs at this point. No team can pass them because they get 8 here tonight, and they have one of their easier matches next week, so they're expected to win that one. Even if they don't win that match, even if they get 0 points next week, I'm pretty sure they're still confirmed because they're guaranteed going to be above RR no matter what.
Interesting. So a really good position right now for the side of Froggieland, and congrats to them for another playoff appearance here. And we do have the logs up. Is it weird
Jarrett
because
has
of the pause?
600 DPM.
It's got to be the pause.
Hold on. Is it?
It's got to be.
No,
the
pause this first half. Pause the first half.
Well, Dolphin, are these combined?
No, these aren't combined.
This is second
half.
half?
Yeah. So Jarrett has 660 DPM. Kira has 500. Kira's the one who had permacrits.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Damn, you didn't have to call out Kira like that.
It's not
Maybe
only his fault. The crits is just not the play. If you're running crits into Uber, I don't care if you're banning on Demo Man, you're not getting a kill.
That's interesting. Jarrett in combined 546 DPM versus 496. So that's 50 damage per minute better from Jarrett against almost a permacrits demo. 42 kills out of Technomo. That is one hell of a performance. 405. Can't sleep on Technomo here in this match.
Yeah, Technomo was impressive, and Technomo is actually one of the players who we've casted Froggieland a lot this season, and we're probably going to continue casting them into playoffs because of their 3-4 seed eventual placement. They might actually get second seed. Either way, they'd be playing the 3-4 match, right, which is the one we normally cast. Technomo is one of the most improved players this season, if not the most improved one I've seen. I've been genuinely impressed with his scout. In the same way that last season, we looked at Emily on Somebody Help as the scout that came up a lot and did just tons of work in every match, was a backbone for their team. That's Technomo this season. He's been doing well in every single match I've seen him play.
Yeah, I mean, I've only casted 2 matches of Froggieland this season rather, and back-to-back Technomo. Definitely doing a lot of work here on Koth product. A convincing win out of Froggieland. What do the medic deaths end up looking like? Actually,
16 to 16. So
both the medics 1 and 16, but that's really funny. It seemed like the side of the Frauds, Moose in a Suit, was dying at a lot more impactful moments than Melon, but still the same number of deaths total.
Moose has more than double Melon's damage. It means he played twice as good.
That is, in fact, how you determine medics and how good they are. Anyway, I don't have too much else to talk about. This has been a pretty quick product match. Anything
it's
catching your eye?
Rounds are short. We read it up pretty quickly. Halftime was a bit longer. But the one thing I want to talk about real quick, the crits, right? We obviously were not fans of it on the cast and the moments it's used on. I'm an advocate for crits. When me and Alto casted that crits match in playoffs a couple seasons ago, we were in awe at how well the crits is being used to kind of push the meta forward on a map like this. When you cycle it properly, that's the thing. You have to cycle your crits properly. If you ever are at a point where you're running crits into Uber and you aren't able to find anyone off guard with it and they just keep popping Uber into you, you can't play the crits. It's just not a thing that will work. The one mid where they got the medic's pick, right? You can say, oh, Melon would have popped it. Melon tried to pop it. You know, it might not have worked. That's the thing. There's never certainties with crits. You might pop it, there's no one there. You might pop it, your demo man misses, right? If you're going to play for your crits, you need to put your demo man in a position where he can try to make a winning play with the critical damage. If they have Uber into you, that's never going to happen. So I like the theory. Trying it out on mid fights is fine if you think it's something you practiced and something you want to do. But when it doesn't work on mid, you don't get the advantage pick, and then you keep running it for 3 more lives, all of a sudden it turns into a downward spiral that you can't recover from, which is what we saw.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a pretty good analysis of the fall of crits here tonight for the side of the frauds. Just unable to make it work, and they kept kind of just banging their head against the wall and having nothing change. So hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes this week, go into next week knowing that it's not the best of strategies into Uber. And well, I'll be looking at their results next week to see if they turn things around going into playoffs. With that, any final thoughts for you here tonight?
No, I'm good. I'm done with this match. I don't want to see another crits Krieg for the next week. So
Well, I don't think you'll have to unless you watch some sixes action, but even then, unlikely. Well, Zag, I will turn it over to you, see if you have any shoutouts before I close things out for us tonight.
shout out to Dolphin behind the camera as always, providing us some excellent production. Does all the hard work at RGL. So hearts in the chat for him. I got nothing else. So
Fair enough. Shout out to Froggieland getting the frauds with a clean 4-1. Well, not too clean, but a nice 4-1 win. Shout out to you, Zag. Always a pleasure casting with you. Dolphin behind the scenes putting on amazing content for us all. And to all of you guys watching at home, it's been a pleasure as always. Have a great night.